This video is brought to you by me. June 17th, Seven Worlds Iceburner comes out. I'm going to be doing a live stream where I spend lots of money on a video game. Please come and validate my poor life choices and my poor budgeting. Please. Now let's move on to the video.
Kaboom.
People ask me how to play Minerva because for some reason they think that because I've been playing her for like 2 months at this point that I'm the expert. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just approachable and charming. I doubt that's the case. But these same people, when I tell them how to play Minerva, they then they rag on me. They're like, "You stupid idiot! Why are you using Blazing Bullet? Why don't you have the Viper Shower in the T slot?" I'm not gonna pretend that everything I say is objectively correct, but I also wouldn't be telling you this stuff if it didn't work. Anyway, this video also assumes that you've reached max level and you've done all the unlocking of this passives and the skills, Transcendence, Third Job, and it also assumes that you have some amount of gear made already, preferably blue Elvery node, unless you have massive cash and then you bought Rigormore for some reason. Here's your skill setup. If you don't know how to play the game, you're going to want to stack one of the skills in the T slots. I've also seen people stack Viper Shower, but I don't know if they're under geared or if they have been, or maybe it's just good against bosses. I find it useful when all my other stuff's on cooldown, I guess. These three are your best friends. Now, the first thing people hit me with is, "Hey, why aren't you using Flash Grenade? It's the best skill in the game." They don't say that. That's a lie. The short answer is, it takes too long to cast for me personally. I much prefer Blazing Bullet. At least it feels faster. I don't know if it actually is faster. Although the other thing that hits me a lot is your level 90 passive makes it so that you throw 2 of the flash grenades within 1 cast of the skill, which, you know, cool, more damage. I like it. But the thing is, when I hold the skill key to throw all grenades at once, like the game tells you it will, it only throws 1 while you're in midair, and it doesn't actually load 2 when you're in midair, which when you're running the second raid and you're killing gray spikes with your active grenade, and then you want 2 to throw and you don't throw 2. Words is hard, man. Anyway, the reason these two are your best friends is because they instantly put you into Overstrike whenever you have the chance. Just mash Blazing Bullet and your Nitro button, in that order actually, because it feels like it's faster, and you instantly get Overstrike for your maximum damage output. The next question you're going to ask is, "Hey, why no Freezing Grenade, boy?" The short answer is it sucks. It doesn't do hardly any damage, and and the utility it provides is not worth it. I have other things I could put in my skill slots than freaking buff +1. So the workaround to having one of your 3 grenade skills is you just bring Pressure Grenade, because your buff from level 70, that lasts for 30 seconds when you unload all of one type of grenade. So you throw all your Pressure Grenades, buff activated for 30 seconds. Cooldown for the Pressure Grenade is only 15 seconds. So the second it comes off cooldown, you just dump the grenades again. Boom. 30 more seconds. Rinse and repeat, just keep it active through whatever dungeon or raid or whatever you're doing. Oh, and side note, mod Pressure Grenade doesn't work. Like, it doesn't even trigger the passive. It's also, she throws them at such a weird angle that I can't ever get more than 3 to hit at a time. Like, even when you're in the midair, you think she would, throw them down, where she's looking, where she shoots the muskets. No, she throws them, up and diagonally. It doesn't make any sense. The rest of the skills, I don't think I have to tell you, are good. The Penetrating Bullet is probably my favorite skill in the entire game, because, you clear rooms with it. The mana gain you get off of it is insane. It almost always pays for itself. And it's also great because it's only 1 hit. So when you're fighting a gate and he's in his exhausted state, that's just a free win. Now, one thing you're right to scratch your head over is the mod Neil sniping. It's good if you have gear and like the damage to support it, it's awesome. Because in a perfect world, you just...
Oh, yes.
But then if you don't have the damage, it just kind of... Long story short, if you don't want to use mod needle sniping, don't use normal needle sniping. Use the mod photon bomb. It's actually got some pretty good iframes, which Minerva doesn't really have aside from penetrating bullet, I guess. Especially while you're in the air. Speaking of which, your passive at level 60 encourages you to slightly hop before you use all your skills, which is something you're gonna have to get used to. Nobody can teach that. Because while you're in the air, your skills deal an extra 30% damage, and they cost 1% less. So, you know, I like free mana. So an ideal situation would be, you know, you awaken for your T-slot buff, you overstrike, and let's just say you've had the grenade passive buffed up, so you have that 15% extra magical attack power from the level 70 passive. So you slightly hop, use penetrating bullet, and you've got 30% from being in the air. That's just because you're in the air, you have extra damage. 50% from grenade buff. That's 45 total. Overstrike, I don't know what the number on that is, because it says it just increases your special active damage. It's some multiplier. You've got 45% extra damage for no reason. The only skill that I would slightly be unhappy with, if I were literally anyone else, you could probably ditch Phantom Chaser. Because it doesn't do anything aside from make up for the fact that Minerva doesn't have a derp dive in her commands list. So it just makes Trosh's Nest or the first Rigor dungeon or literally any map with a jump pad ever, it just makes that 2 times painless. People don't say that. Why did I say that? Now, save this last skill for last, because it's the last. And also, people give me flack over this no matter how many times I bring it up. I'm gonna prove that it's okay here today. Probably gonna say it wrong too. And Harryar. And no one cares. So the initial damage that like whooshes out of you, that's pretty useful if you're like surrounded by enemies and you know the one shot a lot of stuff. But the gimmick is actually where the skill really shines. So while you're in Harryar mode or whatever you want to call it, certain times when you press X, the wings that you spout will shoot these little additional like pea shooter bullets. They call them additional grenades in the skill description. I don't think they're grenades. They'll home in on close enemies, which is nice. And by close, I mean, holy crap, that is some stupid range. To put in perspective how good these extra shots are, one X input will shoot 2 of these grenades, and a single one of these grenades is almost twice as much damage as one of your pressure grenades. Which every Minerva, for some reason, thinks the grenade package is amazing. It's not. This is better. Honestly, just Xing through rooms while you're in Harryar mode, you'll probably clear like 95% of stuff just doing that. I cannot stress enough how good these grenades are. Like even in Shadow Vein, like they'll one-shot the stupid Soul Eater guys and a couple of the other guys. What's nice about the grenades too is they're counted as skill damage. So if you stack in Harryar and get... I did it again! If you stack in Harryar, the additional grenades will deal even more damage, because people like more damage. Also, this means that they will home in and attack the red spikes in any of the Varnamir raids. So if there's like gray and red spikes like inside of each other, that sometimes happens. Just be in Harryar mode and mash X. The other great thing about Harryar is, for how long it lasts, it's great to use last in your skill rotation, because Minerva's cooldowns aren't amazing. They're almost all about 10 seconds each, and ditching all of your pressure grenades will shorten the cooldown a little bit, but being in Harryar mode, you just hover and mash X while you wait for your skills to come off cooldown so you can dish out some meaningful damage. I should also take this time to mention how to fly within Harryar, because it's not easy until you practiced it a lot. So if you double jump and then press up again to try and jump again, don't mash it to do your nitro boost, just press up. You'll enter the Harryar hover mode, and while you're in this mode you can just mash X, and it'll cause the additional grenades to come through and just home in on stuff, which is great. You can also dash
during hover mode to like boost yourself forward, and then press up again to re-engage your hover mode. This is super nice for things like Trosh's Nest. So you pop in Harryar before everybody gets to the barrier wall thing, and you dash forward within Harryar and hover to make up whatever distance your Nitro boost didn't carry you to. So you've spawned like half of the room before your party's even left the second platform. Pretty alright. If you care at all about which of her master skills are the best to use, it's the 4th stage. It's also got like a suck vacuum whirlwind at the end of it. So I guess if like a boss has like gotten knocked away, the vacuum will bring them back to the middle of where you were standing. Also, not bad when you stack some master skill damage. Okay, that's all I had to say about the skills. As far as combos, I don't find hardly any of them useful. The dash jump XZ is kind of useful, because sometimes you want to reposition yourself back a little bit after you dash forward, but dashing back the way you came would be too far. So you dash forward XZ, and then you send yourself like kind of halfway back, and then use a skill. Repositioning in the air is super important for Minerva, because you want to be in the air when you cast your skill. Maybe her other combos have applications in PvP, like the dash XZ one that's baby kick. It doesn't look very useful. Dash XXX is kind of useful sometimes if you want to just splurt out that tiny little bit of extra damage to finish something off. Okay, the last bit of this video, I'm gonna run some of the more commonly run dungeons like a Gate, Trosh, all this other garbage that you're probably gonna end up running for dailies, just to show you how Minerva kind of performs and like what her role is in these dungeons. Or if you're running by yourself, it won't matter. Okay. Alright, Shadow Vein is kind of simple, honestly. I usually go down here and pop this before the Soul Eater can get anything off. There's another one right there, but see, the additional grenades put in some serious work. You'll also notice I haven't gotten into Overstrike yet, and that's for a good reason. Because I thought there was a guy that required you to hit him with commands right there. That's the next room. I don't know why I derped right there. Thought I had Inheriar activated there. I'm also going to start getting this rolling, the grenade passive. Did not really need to do that, but I'm trying to, get this done in a timely manner. Penetrating bullet here is good. It hits like 3 guys. Ripe Shadow to get that guy down there. And here you are before that Soul Eater tries to... I hate all of my hate. I'm gonna ditch my grenades and then get my mana back. There's the guy that requires commands. Now I'll use Neil Sniping. That should take care of a lot of them. I wasn't awakened during that, though. I'm kind of getting Rumble comboed now. Get out of my face. One good thing is, if you've got my skill setup, well, not my skill setup, if you have my gear set up specifically, Blazing Bolt will actually one-shot the Shadow Deliverers, I think they're called. The guys that make you use commands to kill them. Also one-shot that guy, apparently. Cross more here. Easy kill. Here you are from my chesty chest. Now, yeah, the thing about this, the thing that sucks about Inheriar is that the grenades won't, they are counted as a skill, so they don't actually work on these Shadow Deliverers. You have to get up in their face and actually press X. But it will work on literally everybody else. Here, there's a good example of that. And my pet killed that guy. I honestly thought I had to go back up there and get him. That's kind of fun to do with grenades too, use them while you're falling. Because the arcs they make are kind of fun. Use sniping there just to prevent anything from messing with me. Phantom Chaser, I think, also can one-shot these guys. Yeah, I use the super armor trait because I don't want to get interrupted. Minerva already has a problem getting shot out of the air constantly by skills and random garbage. Actually kind of low on health. I'm going to use this and then waste a complete recovery just to get my health back. This guy sucks. Doesn't matter what class you are, but I think it's a one-shot? No, not quite. He's using this stupid thing. And notice the slight hop. Unless he teleports. Slight hop again. He was like hyper armored there. I'm also not awakened anymore.
try this again. There you go. Get some mana. Because the random leeching mana thing that Shadowbane has going on sucks. Okay, now I wouldn't recommend using Blazing Bullet here except to get behind him. Because you're going to kill him too fast. Unless you're like super undergeared. Gonna wait for him to kneel. Yep, and that should be it. Nope, not quite. I don't have the Q buff either. That might be part of it. Actually, I can't use my skill. I tried to get there. I tried to get it on top of him and then use Inheriar, but the game said no. Don't disappear on me. Oh. He is super not cooperating. This guy does not want to die. Here's a symbol buff. Apparently is super good. Let's try this again. Alright, they didn't really cooperate, but that you get the idea. Maybe Water Orb while he's exhausted. If just to kind of secure the win. But Penetrating Bullet ignores defense already, and his defense is... I don't know if it's 0 or if it's just reduced when he's in exhausted state. But, yeah, ignoring defense is never a bad thing for you. Next would be Trosh's Nest. I am going to queue for this because, I'm comfortable in Trosh's Nest, but not that comfortable. Okay, here we go. Bringing Chung along for the ride. So, again, you don't need Inheriar to get to the end of the room, but I like using it in the later rooms just because they're way bigger than this. Inheriar also great at clearing a lot of those guys. These extra bullets will actually one-shot those jellyfish and seahorses, too. Get the grenade passive going. There's one in the cutscene. Get all set up, and now we just go to the end. Spawn everything for our Centurion friend. Shoot whatever's on this top layer so he doesn't have to climb up here. I realized I didn't hop there, but I didn't think I needed to. What else is left? Everything on the low side. That's the other thing. Your boost naturally sends you upwards, so you're not going to spawn this stuff on the bottom a lot of the time. You go down the room. Oh, well, there goes the grenade passive. I saw it go down to 1 second. This is where Phantom Chaser shines, because now you just go up here and fly. I'll go to the bottom since the Centurion didn't do that last time. There's only 2 guys left. See, those grenades doing work again. Where did he go? Okay, the Centurion got it. I also, in this room, I don't really skip the end just because everything on this top layer sucks. One thing about mod Neil sniping, it only targets stuff that in front of the direction you're facing. So, it didn't kill... I mean, that guy wasn't spawned yet, but even if that guy was spawned, Neil sniping would not have fired at him. Go take care of this guy. See, he's already dead. Is there another jellyfish down here? Another jellyfish fell. There's 2 guys left. There you go. See, additional grenades do some serious work. Any grenade passive before we go to the boss. I somehow shot there. Another place Phantom Chaser is amazing. Did not put me in Overstrike though. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, they look like they're all grouped up. Penetrating Bullet here. Maybe Viper Shower just because it reaches all the way. Don't EMP Storm over here because you'll just miss and you'll hit the bottom of the level. Kind of like that. Maybe this will kill? No, not quite. Oh, wait, maybe it did. I don't know, I didn't see the chunk shoot anything. It's easy Trosh run. Inheriar isn't a bad idea there either. Maybe even the Master Skill, just to suck them back in to wherever you want them to gather up. I don't know if it works though, since the Troshes are hyper armored. And I'll show off how to do Gaia too while I'm here. I personally farm Gaia over everybody else. Rosso's fun to fight. Adrian's fun to fight. Well, not Adrian, you don't really fight him. Really fighting Gaia, it doesn't matter what class you are, it's just do you know his attacks. Although I will say, this is this is a level where Neil sniping is not super useful. It's a room clear skill, not really a bossing skill.
That doesn't help when you get comboed by Gaia either. Get back an overstrike. Nope, he just decided to leave. Make sure. That's where slightly hopping as Minerva is a really good idea. As he's about to slay on the ground. Oh, he's going to do his Earth Shockwave now. Not going to use Viper Shower or EMP Storm here at the edge of the level just because it'll go past him and won't actually hit. Oh, hey, he's half dead. Music in Phase 2 is really cool. Oh, he's going to do his thing immediately. Now, while he's doing this, you can go ahead and Penetrating Bullet. And if you're really high up, you can EMP Storm. See, that hit. Oh, he's doing his thing. The passive. Right as I explained why I wouldn't do it, went ahead and did it. See, this is when I wish I had Inheriar active, because right now I could just whack him. There you go. Whack him with up X bullets. Bullets. See, a lot of guys' combos also involve him going forward. Also, this is a good time to do this. This is a good moment to not be Prime Operator, because any of her robot missiles that are firing while Guy's trying to counter, they will activate his counter. Oh, I don't know if this is far enough. Okay, it is. I also should show off, Minerva actually can, if you hit Gaia during his counter stance, you can actually get out of it as Minerva thanks to her mid-air boosts. And pop these. I meant to master skill there. I don't know why I derped that hard. He should be doing his ultimate move here in a second. Yeah, that might be it. This is also a good time to make sure your grenade passive is active while he's doing this. Like that. Oh, hey, probably dodged the ultimate attack, huh? Awaken, Overstrike. I'm not going to bother Wind Orbing. Boom. 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 Yeah, I'll go ahead and show this off. Oh, if my frames don't die. See, you just run away. Now he's gonna do his other stupid move. Penetrating Bullet's range is insane, so it doesn't care. That's a good Viper Shower. Whoa. You're both sliding there. Oh no. Okay, don't cross more there. Sends you a little too far back. Also, I realize that his defense is super high right now, but I don't care. I have adaptation. Here, I'll go ahead and do this. See, you just fly away. See, I'm out of his suck range. Oh, frames tried to die there. And keep grenade passive active. Oh, he's doing his move. I can't use Penetrating Bullet. I'll use Neil Sniping. See, that hits. Oh, is this the ultimate move? This is the ultimate move. And then this should be it for him. Get grenade passive. Oh, this side. Awaken. Overstrike. Kind of sad that Master Skill doesn't care about Overstrike, but we'll use it anyway. Just because it's cool. And dead. Easy run. 4 minutes on the dot. Not terrible. So, that was Minerva. If you got questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and get to everyone that I find. If I missed something, let me know. I couldn't think of anything that I missed outside of like PvP, but again, I'm not a PvP guy. I'm a grindy dungeon man thing. Anyway, that's been me, and you're you, and you're not me. The video's over. I don't know how to end it.